Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Welcome, welcome. I wonder where the conversation will lead us today. I overheated my BPC, so now I've got to let it cool. Lucky for you that don't like me drinking it. Anyway, be careful of carbohydrate creep. Carb creep. Now, one way that you can monitor your carb creep is on your tracker. And you will know, if you're on Smart Points, it'll get you to your total faster. If you're on something like I am, where you can do macros, I'm on Lose It, and I know there's so many more as well. You can do your macros, and so it'll show you the ratios of fat, protein, and carbohydrates. But carb creeping, it can go up pretty darn quick, even with healthy things that we perceive as healthy, like fruits. You want to be careful of fruits. You want to stick to nutrient-dense vegetables for the most part. But you can have your fruits. There are some benefits that come from having them. The doctor I listened to yesterday with his podcast was saying eat an apple 7 times a day if you want. I don't care. Well, I wouldn't say eat an apple 7 times a day. Today, I'm not having my organic berries. Today, I'm having cherries. They were on sale at both stores, both big stores. And so I bought them. The last time I bought them, I spent something like $7 a pound, and they were tasteless. They were horrible. So I bought a smattering of them yesterday. And so 6 cherries weighs 2 ounces. So it's my hearty dessert yesterday, if you are low carb, high fat. I made an avocado, cocoa powder, coconut oil. I think it could be that simple. Pudding. And it is very, very good. Greg didn't know honey. And I used half the amount of honey when I made it, and I would probably use yet again another half of that if I made it again. Greg did not care for it. He tasted the things that I think are yummy. And so because I'm fat adapted, it was fine for me. It was not his version of chocolate pudding. So we won't be making it for him, but I will make a small batch with 1 avocado. Very doable, and I made it in my NutriBullet. And so it was highly satisfying. Very, very small amount, only 3 ounces. So that was fun. And today is Big Green Egg Day. So we will be making asparagus and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. And I will be cooking, or Greg will be cooking, our steak for tonight, and some organic or grass-fed steak tips for later in the week. So they'll have that smoked flavor. So it's a good day. Am I making anything different besides that? I don't think so. Just a week filled with salads and feta cheese and yummy things like that. Arugula. Love arugula. So anyway, be careful of the carb creep. It can get you up there if you're having a lot of veggies. Fruits. And I'm just assuming that you're not having grains. Excuse me. Yeah, especially if you're having grains, because that is where the carb creep will really get you up there fast. And I know for me to become fat adapted, I had to give up the grains, and then recently cut back, the last couple of months, cut back on my fruits to once a day, and it was the organic berries, but now I'm having the cherries just because it's cherry season, I guess. So carb creep can come in many different ways, and slips right in there. Even if you're having healthy choices like sweet potatoes or overnight oats, things like that. And for some people, it's very workable, and they find that it helps them. For somebody like me, I get my carbs from veggies. I get my carbs from, I think there's even carbs in things like cottage cheese and my full-fat yogurt. So just be aware that as your carbs creep up, you just might turn off whatever fat burning body metabolism that you have. And even having too much protein is not that healthy. So there's always a fine balance in your foods. It's what lasts you. I mean, for me, I think it's what satiates the most. And my mental hunger time is 12 to 5. Other people, it's their nighttime eating. And nighttime eating is it's a tough habit to break. And I first did my nighttime eating, I started to break it by not allowing food in bed. So no more food in bed with the TV. That's in the old days. I don't even have a TV in my bedroom now, but in the old days I did. And finally I got it down to the point where as soon as I'm done with my dinner, I will have my treat. And I have my treat, which is usually a fat bomb, but last night it was the chocolate pudding. And I usually have it right after dinner. So after the last bite of the dinner entree, then I will have my dessert, and then that is that. And then I do little things like little tricks like flossing and brushing. And then that says, game over, Sarah. And that's how I worked on that. Is it easy? No. But some people save even a third of their points for the end of the day. And to them, I guess it's part of their routines and rituals. And maybe that works for them and they can still lose or maintain their loss. Who am I to say? But if you want to give up nighttime eating, if it's not good. Now, somebody I was talking to the other day said they got into a chocolate binge in their sleep. They woke up smeared with chocolate, the wrapper kind of in the bed with them, and chocolate all over their bedding. And they were sleeping, so they didn't even enjoy it. Other people say that crunching the crackers that they're eating or the cereal that they're eating without milk dry wakes them up as well. So, Houston, we got a problem here. If you're not even enjoying what you're eating because you're still sleeping, oh my. And then to think that you'd have to track the stuff that you ate, because just because you're eating it when you're sleeping doesn't mean it doesn't count. Yikes. So anyway, be careful of the carb creep. You know, not having the 6 crackers that the portion control says you're having more bread than usual, having more things with sugar in them. It creeps it right up, and you want to be careful of that. Did you know, I heard today they stopped making Coca-Cola in Venezuela because of a sugar shortage. Oh, how did that happen? But they said, rest assured that if you drink sugar-free, this does not affect that production. Just kind of funny. So that's it for me. Be aware of those carb creeping up. If you don't have the macros, but you do have the smart points will take care of that because that factors in your carbohydrates. But just know that you might stall your weight loss process by adding more carbs into your food plan. This has been Sarah. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now. Carb Creep.